When I was 18, I got catfished by a guy, I think, by a guy, and it really fucked me up emotionally. I was 18. I got on Grindr and started chatting with this guy because he was fairly attractive, like pretty attractive. And we started talking. He gave me his number. We hit things off and we were chatting for like a few weeks. And I finally was like, hey, let's hang out. He always kind of dodged that. Like I asked a couple times, like not like really ever pushing anything, but like for whatever reason, like things just didn't work out that we could hang out or get together. So I was like, okay, whatever. It's life. And this was like my first like real attempt at getting out there into the dating scene. Especially where I am, there is not a lot going on here. So I was grasping at straws. I let this kid talk to me. I talked to him, I should say. I let this kid be in part of my life somehow, some way, whatever you want to call that, for a probably like a year before I was like, all right, this shit is not it. It ain't happening. I finally got into like actually like accept a date. We planned a date and then like he stood me up. And then like from there I like texted him like a couple times and finally was just like, all right, I'm over it. Because this ain't it. This ain't real. Like the things that were not red flags really quickly became red flags at that point. Like it all seemed way too good to be true. And like I should have easily like been able to like catch this catfish like right off the bat because like you're 21, you have this rocking body, you have all this money, you say your mom makes really good money working in pharmaceuticals, you own a house, you just bought a second house, you have a brand new Mercedes. Like it all was definitely way too good to be true, but I was young and dumb and I did not care to see that at the time. It wasn't until like the very end that I like realized I was like, wow, I just wasted a year, almost a year and a half talking to this kid for what? For me to feel like shit? That sucks. So for like a couple of years after I stopped talking to him, the Instagram and the Twitter and the Facebook, all that was still there. So that was all online. So like a year after I had, so after like the year of like talking to him, I kind of like gave up on all that and I like paid attention a little bit to the social media afterwards and it was there for like a couple of years, like maybe 2, 3 years maybe, until like one day I'm standing in my kitchen with my boyfriend and we're talking about it. I was like, oh, let me pull it up. And all of it's gone. I'm like, wow, that's kind of strange. Um, okay, so whatever. Made me seem like a crazy person. Like, I got catfished by someone and then all this shit's gone. But like, no, um, we're fine. And then like a few months later, I'm like thinking about it. I'm talking to like one of my employees at work and I'm like, oh, let's look at it again. So like I look up the information and I find like this Twitter for this lady and she's like a lesbian woman. And like the account for my catfish was literally like bashing her for being a lesbian woman, but like you were a gay dude or supposedly a gay dude. So like I don't really get that, like why that happened. And then like after all that, the like city officials in one of the towns in my local area put out a thing being like, hey, we don't know who this kid is, but he never worked for us like he's claiming. So like, have that in your back pocket because it ain't real. So I was like, oh fuck, that's kind of wild. If they're coming out being like, we have no fucking clue who this is, that's definitely for sure like confirmation. So then I was like, all right, cool. And then I just kind of gave up on it. I was like, whatever. Until I broke up with my boyfriend this March and I found the account for my catfish on Tinder again. So I found that and looked at the Instagram. It was the first two photos posted were the same photos from the old account, but then the rest of them were like a different person, like not the same person, but close enough to make it look like it. But all the information was exactly the same. So I was like, this is definitely like, it's got to be the same person doing it. Like, I don't get it. So like we followed the account, they followed us back, we've messaged a little bit and we'll see what happens there. Maybe we will come with a fun update as to what's happening with that soon.